This is a tutorial on how to use the Design Worksheet, also referred to as a Gantt chart, for your upcoming design unit. This worksheet will serve as both a timeline management tool for you to plan your project and a space for you to document your work as you progress through the design cycle. When the worksheet is first opened, you will see that there is a link in the top left corner that goes to the design unit on the resource website. You can always use this link to access the website for further instructions, resources, and exemplars. On the y-axis, you will find the design strands that will be assessed during this unit. As you scroll over the icons for each design strand, you will see some general notes that may help you understand the strand a little bit more. On the x-axis, you will see the number of classes allocated to complete this unit. The shaded cells in the middle show where the design strands and the class timeline intersect. For example, A1, the problem statement, and C1, the plan, are both located in class number 1. That means you should work to complete both strands A1 and C1 by the end of the first class. In many of the units, a recommended plan for C1 has already been filled in for you. However, if you feel that you can complete the strand task quicker, then feel free to reset the background of a cell. For example, this student enjoys the design strand B2, concept sketching, and feels that they can finish their drawings in one class instead of 3. This may result in them putting more focus into their final detailed drawings in B4. It is important to keep in mind that the final due date often cannot be extended, so make sure you give yourself enough time to complete the product you have chosen to design. When clicking on the design strand, a hyperlink appears that will take you to the correct tab on the bottom. The areas with a white background is where you will record all of your work. Some of the cells have placeholder text or instructions on how to add images. The areas in dark blue contain headers to indicate what type of content should be filled in on that row or column. Other cells in the worksheet may look like they need to be filled in, but do not have a white background. These are automatically filled in with linked reminders from other strands. For example, in this worksheet, a student outlined his design specifications, testing methods, and success criteria in B1/D1. After finishing his product, he then needed to test it out against his specifications. This linked text will help him remember how he was going to test his product and what his idea of success was at the start. After completing this testing, he can then fill in D2 to evaluate the success. Within each design strand tab, there are notes added to some of the cells indicated by small triangles on the top right corner. These notes are there to help clarify instructions and offer examples. There is also a rubric section located in the bottom of each section that should help you understand expectations a little bit better. After you've completed a task, check the boxes to assess your overall progress in the strand. For example, this student has self-assessed that she has completed most of the unit but is still working on finishing up strands D3 and D4. You may notice that the unit you are working on does not have all the design strands that are featured in this tutorial. That's because not all of the strands make sense to assess when creating certain products. However, most units will have these 5 mandatory strands indicated in orange. These are required to complete in order to receive marks in each criterion. Some of your design worksheets may also contain sentence starters, pre-filled specifications, or other scaffolds. These are here to help you understand what is expected in each of the design strands. The formative feedback area is where your teacher will give you ideas for improvements to your work. Some teachers may use alternative platforms of feedback, such as Seesaw, to fill this in. You will also notice a progress tab at the very end of the sheet. This will show you how your teacher has marked your progress in the unit and provide an overall estimate for your final marks in each criterion.